We're the first small bar on the Central Coast. And the fact that I was walking into venues asking for a dry martini and being told I couldn't get one, and the reason given was they didn't have vermouth because it was an old person's drink and no one drank vermouth, it just did my head in. So I'm loving the fact that we can actually introduce the people of the Central Coast to classic cocktails. And what's more, I'm loving the passion that they're showing back by actually having these drinks going, wow, this is fantastic. My name's Gordon Ryan. I'm the owner at Reviver, Gosford on New South Wales Central Coast. I started as a 12-year-old getting my first computer. That meant that when I finished school I wanted to get into IT. So I worked in IT for a number of years in different roles and ended up in training roles. My background is very much in the server side of things, email servers, Windows servers, things like that. That led to doing trade shows. So biggest trade shows in the US, I used to travel a lot. Seattle's like a second home to me. You know, you're away from home, so you want to go and find a bar, you're hanging out with friends, you're having drinks. My zigzag experience, it was a pivotal moment. Everyone laughs, but it was a pivotal moment. A friend recommended it to it. They knew I liked drinks. I walked in there, I sat down at the bar, Murray Stenson was on, and I was just blown away. That's where I started then discovering the classic cocktails and getting into that scene. When I was coming home, I would then find that there was nowhere I wanted to drink locally. That started this idea of, okay, well, let's do a classic cocktail bar in Gosford. It's an old funeral home, it's the hearse garage. It just ties in with the Corpse Reviver number 2. And for that, we then sort of thought maybe people may find Corpse a little bit too close to the bone in terms of it being an old funeral home. So we just then basically truncated it and made it Reviver, and that's how the name came about. The sort of drinks that I like my drinks to be old style. So we're a classic cocktail bar, that's what's influenced the menu. I like big flavours, I like them to be alcohol forward, and so for me, an old fashioned is as simple as it gets. So I like the sort of big old style drinks with lots of flavours coming through, a little bit of bitterness in there, maybe a bit of tartness, but not too much sweet. And I'm not big on having umbrellas and too many juices and all of that sort of thing. First drink we're going to make, Corpse Reviver number 2. House drink, classic drink. Originally it's sort of a bit of a hangover cure, wake me up. So let's get into it. Great combination. We've got gin, Cointreau, little dash of madness in there. We've also got some Lillet, and we're going to do some lemons too. So we'll grab our Boston shaker, start off with our gin Murray. Definitely the way to go. So 20 ml of gin in there like that. Next up, 20 ml of our Cointreau. We're then going to do 20 ml of Lillet, half a bar spoon of our anise. We're going to need some lemon. Yeah, at the moment, lemon's really punching through. So one of the things that I like to use, 1883, pure cane syrup, lovely mouthfeel on this. Half a bar spoon is just enough to temper the acidity in the lemon juice. Fill it with ice. Give it a good shake. Okay. Always good if you can to chill your glass beforehand. Bit of ice, bit of water. Give it a bit of a swirl. Hawthorn strainer over the top of the shaker. We're going to use a lemon twist. Press the oils in. So this is all about the citrus, getting those citrus oils coming through. And there is your Corpse Reviver number 2. Now we're going to make you a cocktail called the Saturn. 67 was when this came into play, and it actually won Cocktail of the Year. We start with gin. 45 ml of gin on this one. 15 ml of the Mount Gay rum. From there, I'm using the Orgeat. In this case, we've got the 1883 Orgeat. Really cracking product. Love this one. So 15 ml of this in there. The next ingredient is the passion fruit syrup. Really adds the interest and acidity to this drink. Really cool product. Grabbing some lemon, drop that in, we shake it over ice. At Reviver, for crushed ice, we use a Lewis bag. Very traditional, old school method. Find yourself a good, solid, sturdy surface, and then give it a real pummeling. Fill the glass with the crushed ice. Now we'll just strain, drink in, just a sprig of mint. So we get our mint, give it a whack, just on the side there like so, and there is your sake. What inspires me, what keeps me going, is this concept of a third place. Our first place is work, our second place is home. We all need a third place where we can relax, be ourselves, and leave everything else behind. And for me, small bars are the perfect example of that, where people can come in, they can relax, they can talk, they can communicate. And I think that's probably one of the best things that small bars can do for community to reinvigorate community, and so they can be a real asset.